This is everything a normal person drinks in a day. Watch what the caffeine total does. When I finally sat down and added up what I was actually putting in my body in a day, I'd convinced myself it was just a couple of coffees. The real number was more than double that, and I'm not an outlier. Almost everybody underestimates the amount of caffeine they consume. Today, I'm going to build a normal day on screen in front of you, and we're going to count every single milligram. There's no way that you can manage a number that you've never counted before. And this is one number almost nobody has actually counted, including me, for years. By the end of this video, you'll be able to estimate your own, and I'll put money on it being higher than you initially thought. So here's how this works. I'll build a typical day in real time, morning to night, and each drink lands on screen as we go. There's a running milligram counter climbing in the corner. I'm going to show you the sources that hide caffeine where you'd never look, and finish with what that daily total is quietly doing to you. So let's start the morning. You probably have a filter coffee or a instant coffee as soon as you wake up. For a decent mug, that's around 120 milligrams of caffeine. Around mid-morning or when you arrive at work, you're most likely going to have another. So that's another 120 milligrams of caffeine. We're 2 drinks in, and most people think that's basically their whole day, but we're not even close. By lunch, some people have a can of soft drink. That's easy to forget, but that's around about another 50 milligrams of caffeine. For pre-training or going to the gym, most people have a scoop of pre-workout. This is the one that shocks people. Most pre-workouts are around the 200 milligram mark, or even more in a single scoop. We've just blown past the daily ceiling, and it's not even 4 p.m. yet. You might have an afternoon slump, so you have an energy drink to push through. That's about 150 milligrams of caffeine. Maybe some dark chocolate and a cup of tea in the evening. That's another 100 milligrams of caffeine. And the decaf that you have before bed. Did you even realize that that's not actually zero? Now let's look at what just happened. The 2 coffees you'd have admitted to were less than half the total. The rest came from sources that you probably never count. Tea has more than people think. Pre-workout is often the single biggest hit of your whole day. Soft drinks, energy drinks and snacks, even painkillers contain caffeine, and decaf is a bit of a misnomer. That still carries a small dose of caffeine. It's reduced, but it's not fully removed. Here's the bottom line. Your intake is not one decision, that morning coffee. It's a dozen unconscious ones stacked through the day that you've never added together. That's exactly why the real number is always a shock to people. So, what does a number like that actually mean for your body? Let's put it into context, calmly. No scare tactics. For most healthy adults, the commonly cited upper limit is around 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. But let's look at our counter. We sailed past that by mid-afternoon on a totally ordinary day without even trying. But here's the part that actually matters even more than the total, and it's the seed for everything coming next. It isn't only how much you take, it's when that last dose lands. 2 people can drink the identical amount, and the one who takes theirs late, they pay for it. I'm going to teach you the exact maths on that in a later video. For now, I want you to sit with this. Most people aren't heavy caffeine users on purpose. They've just never been shown their real number. But once you see it, you really can't unsee it. So here's what I want you to take away. Use the caffeine tally. Count your caffeine for one day. Every source, every milligram, but don't cheat. Awareness is the first step on the road to the reset. Here's your homework. Count your own day exactly like I just did and write the number down. It'll stay with you. If you're interested in what comes next, subscribe, because next I'm going to show you the very first place that number shows up in how you feel, your 3 p.m. crash. Watch this video next. Your 3 p.m. crash is not laziness. Now that you've seen your number, this is the video that explains what it's doing to your afternoon.